We are now 5 wide. Presented by Quick Trip's Quality Gasoline Guarantee. It's just another way Quick Trip has you covered.
To make a big stop. That's a 5th sack by the 49ers. And that's 5 sacks for this defense in each of the last 3 games, and it's blocked. Up into the air and spinning inside the 10. Picked up and a touchdown.
What is this? Who played this, Josh? I didn't play it. Zaze?
I'm playing it because I'll tell you what I'm doing in a second, boys. Good morning, boys. How you doing?
Terrible
it was
now.
not
doing great until that.
Terrible now. Sorry you can't take pain. Sorry you can't reconcile the down moments in life. It's all part of living.
Well, I don't like to
Part of being a
wallow in
sports
them.
fan, okay.
All right, yeah.
Well, that's fine. Anyway, it wasn't Hufanga who blocked it. It was Willis. What you talking about, Willis?
Jordan Willis.
Thanks.
Jordan Willis.
Glad
and
we got
Hufanga
that
picked it
right.
up.
I'm glad we got that
Well,
right.
I just
Why-
was talking
David's
about
correcting
But
his
why?
mistake.
But we need to
All right, I
know
can tell you
why.
why.
Give
All
him
right,
the
here's how we got
context.
here. Here's how we got to this square in life. And good morning, Butchie. Where'd you go? Where did Butchie go on the screen?
It's a great question. I'm here, but the screen is
Butchie?
Exactly.
Butchie, are you there? I can't see you.
Butch is up at you, Rich.
Butchie is
today.
at University Ridge
I am.
this morning.
Why are you trying to
And-
ruin our morning with that?
Yeah, I don't get that.
Friday in
Sure.
June, and we got that. What's next? The 2001 Eastern Conference Finals, Game 7. Why don't you play the Osseo Puig home run?
Let, let me go all Brian Windhorst on you here as I lean back and I spread my fingers apart to explain.
You
Why
can
would
you
he
can
do
see Zabe do that on our YouTube page, by the way.
Nice.
Nice
Yeah,
after the
ding,
game
ding, ding.
YouTube page.
All right, let's give a chance
So-
to Zabe to defend himself.
So in the Let's Goes and Oh No, as a guy said, let's go. My number came up on the Packers season ticket waiting list.
Oh, nice.
The Oh No was there's an $8,400 service fee due June 23rd. So we were talking about that. And I said, Kuhn, I hope that until the day I die, there's still a Packers waiting list. And I was immediately told I was blaspheming. Like, how dare you even suggest that?
You are blaspheming.
And then I said, okay, that's fine. And I said, well, I think we're in good hands, but I don't assume anything in life. And I said, the one reason that sports is in such a good spot right now is that people want real life experiences, the good and the bad. And so we were talking about the bad, which was that night. At
Yeah.
Lambeau
Okay,
Field.
I get it. Let's be.
That's why we brought it up. And then I said Hufanga blocked it and recovered it, and I was wrong, and I wanted to mop up that mess. One of about 7 train wrecks this morning from me. So, yeah, there you go. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. So, can we talk a little bit about?
That's
okay.
a terrible reason to play that.
Well,
for an open for 5 wide. This is supposed to be happy, fun, make fun of Steve. This isn't supposed to be relive a tragic loss in the playoffs by the Green Bay Packers. That was 2 years ago.
can I say something about Packers season ticket holders really quick before we
Yes, please.
go too far?
Hey, by the way, it's going to be 90 and beautiful today, and we got to go that. But go ahead, Armin. Sure.
Well, it's a hot day you're going to have out there, Butch. I hope you brought a
I'm
sweat
not worried
towel.
about me, but it's everybody. It's Wisconsin. Go ahead. What did you want?
Just really quick, I think you have a good point, Zabe.
Armin, there's nothing quick about what you say. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Not when you interrupt.
Anyway, I think there's
Get
a
'em.
point. I think we're good with season ticket. I think it'll always be a waiting list. There will always be demand and love for this team. But I do worry that too many fans are looking at these tickets as a commodity now, rather than something to have and to love and to experience, like you just said. So I just worry about that. That's the only thing I'm going to say.
What percentage, Kuhn, of season ticket holders for the Green Bay Packers Incorporated do you think hold and use
It's a commodity.
all 8 of 8?
To buy and sell.
8 of 8 or 9 of 9, depending on the year.
What percentage? 50%? 20%?
You're talking about all. Now, what about preseason?
You own the
Are we
tickets
including
and you
preseason?
use all 8 of 8 or 9 of 9 without selling, reselling, giving away, or
Are you
horse
counting
trading any
preseason
of them.
games?
John, that's a great point.
The preseason games, I would say.
No, I'm not counting that garbage.
You're just counting regular season games.
Regular season.
All 8 of 8 or 9 of 9.
Yeah, but this has been established, sir. Will the witness please
I-
answer the question?
40%.
Butchie?
40%.
I think there's more than that.
I think it's like 60, but that's just my hunch. I have no idea.
Yeah.
If
I
they-
think
if
an
you-
over
Texas,
under a
what do you-
50. I think an over under a 50 is a great line to put there.
Okay.
I would
Okay,
agree
here's
with
the
that,
follow-up question to that. Is that percentage increasing or declining?
Declining.
Increasing or
What was
I
that
think
on?
it's declining for sure.
You think it's declining?
Yeah.
Armin, I
From like
agree
20
100%.
from 20, 30 years ago. But that's this are hunches and stuff. But once
But
people
if I could
realize they
sell
can
a
make
ticket,
money,
if I have a marquee game and I could sell my one ticket, my one game, and pay for the whole season, why would I not do that?
well, see, this is the thing we've discussed this.
and
in the
that's
past.
what
And
people-
actually, let's make a note here. It's not 8 of 8 or 9 of 9. It's 6 of 6 and 7 of 7 and 2 of 2 because there's the Milwaukee package.
Absolutely.
But some can have all the tickets.
Yeah, they could have all.
Two
They could have all.
sevens. What?
I mean, some can have all the. Listen,
The real question is how many people use every regular season ticket for themselves and don't sell
Or at
one
least family.
single
Yeah.
game.
Definitely not
that's
the
the question.
majority.
What's that percentage now? Would you estimate? And then also, is it going up, down, or holding steady?
I think it's
And I-
40%. And I honestly, even when the Packers were phenomenal, even when they were great going to NFC championship games and all that other hoopla, Super Bowls, I think people took an opportunity then to sell a playoff game or a late
Absolutely.
season, regular season game to mortgage
keep the
that bill
playoffs
for all
out
the
of it.
tickets.
Keep the playoffs out of it.
You-
Just isolated to the regular season only. Butchie's point is, if you could sell the Dallas game, which was the premium game last
Yeah.
year,
You
and
sell it.
pay for the rest of your season, why wouldn't you?
it's not a
And
matter.
You're also only
Why
looking at
wouldn't
this
you?
from the making money possibility.
No, I'm not.
There's no,
I'm
no.
looking at
Hold
it-
on. I'm saying there's also.
No, hold on. I
There's
know,
also
what Josh is
people.
going to say.
There's also people that things come up. People are busy
Yeah.
to where it's, hey,
Sure.
crap, we can't make it to this game because I got to go to this person's wedding. Or,
Yeah, you don't have that
it's
many-
very
They're
difficult. I feel for
Thursday-
someone
Or
to go
like
to
a person
all
like
of their
Armin
games.
who does a wedding in the fall on
Right.
a weekend.
Right, he's gonna miss a game from his package. It's just gonna happen.
It's correct.
It's not that he's
Right.
selling
And
the tickets; it's that he's
unfortunately, his
busy.
family's going to have to also.
Yes.
You know what they said last year, Josh? They go, Titans on a Thursday night.
Mhm.
No.
They did say that.
And then they got to wake up and go, thank God I wasn't at that. Sorry, Kuhn, to trigger you. That was another negative moment from last year.
When the most games,
I'm not triggered. I wanted to know why, out of the blue, we got such a
I know. It's a fair question.
awful.
Fair
replay.
question. Let's talk about the basketball last night. Butchie, or Serbian Butchie, as I call Jokic. Is
true.
this series over?
I think it is.
No.
I would have
Paul
been
Pierce.
more
Paul
shocked.
Pierce.
Oh my god!
it's over.
Thank
Paul
you.
Pierce, he said it. Yes.
Yeah, I would have been. I said this yesterday. I would
Tell-
have
tell 'em why it's over.
Heat and 7. There you go.
Tell them why it's over, Butchie.
Yeah, because again, so you look at this. Like there was not a point in the game. Now I had it on and off a little bit, but like there was never a point in that game that I ever thought that Miami was going to have enough, even with the run that they had in
Correct.
the fourth quarter. Never.
Correct.
Yeah.
Not
Never
once.
a threat, never dangerous, never on the same level in any regard.
Okay, but
That's what I felt as well. I say eye test, Armin says it's over.
It
The
didn't
eye
look good.
test never lies.
Armin says analytics.
in,
Well,
in
Well, you know,
one
the
game,
analytics says that maybe the Heat have a really good chance in game 2 because, they didn't shoot the ball real well. And
the-
Duncan Robinson and Max Strauss, well, they combined for 5 points. So analytics gives them a chance.
Strauss.
so the Heat have shot lights out the entire playoffs postseason so far. Then they have one game where they don't. And now everyone goes, well, now see, so this is the real team. You have no idea. That was
No.
one game. They're going to start
Well,
game 2
let's
0-0.
not act like
You
they
can
shot
give them more threes.
poorly last night. I mean, they didn't shoot great, but it wasn't like some
I
sort
know,
of
but this-
19%. It wasn't a Celtics line.
No,
you
but
know?
this
They-
eighth
they were-
seeded Miami Heat team has made it where they have because they've played above their talent
Sure.
level.
Right. I mean, that,
For one game so far in their
See,
playoff run, they haven't.
I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that they played above their talent level this postseason. I think they played exactly their talent level this postseason. I think other teams have played down below their play level this season. That's what I personally.
no, they outshot their offensive averages time after time
Right.
again. The question is, when does it become a new team or a new average? When does the data that we were using, speaking of analytics, become false data? Like, we have to ask ourselves, is this a new team? It's hard for me to sit here and say that they're not gonna like play better at some point because they keep doing it. I do think that Denver's gonna win this series, though.
I agree, but I don't think it's over.
Over. Like, I think the Heat can shoot better, and they probably will at some point and play better. But
It's all over, but whether or not they extend it to 5, I think that's pretty much it.
I'm not ready
I-
to call
I
these
agree.
guys out yet.
I agree.
People
Sam.
said the
I
same
agree.
thing about
You-
the
you
Heat
with me on
every
that?
series.
Yeah. Will it get to
Right.
Okay,
5?
well, this is where the chariot's turning into a pumpkin.
The pumpkin strikes
Does
midnight or
Denver-
whatever. Yeah. The
Yeah,
clock strikes midnight.
Denver is not properly rated, understood, or lauded as the absolute wagon that they are right now because they're
I
new,
agree.
because they're not pedigreed.
Fair enough.
They're not.
yeah,
But
I
also
would
they
agree.
won game one at home as the favorite. Like it's not like
Some unusual thing happened.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a standard.
Okay.
Like
That
All right, I
was,
know,
but
with-
that
with-
was a cakewalk yesterday.
but the
They
Heat
were-
can come back and win 2 games.
what
at
happens
home.
if the Heat win the next game?
Then they got the
then,
split.
Then they go
had
to 5. Then they go to 5.
Effing luck. They got
No.
nobody that scares Denver. Part of the reason that they
Yeah,
shot
they have
so
no one
poorly
that
is Denver
scared the
knows
Celtics
Denver
either.
plays
or
great
the
defense.
Bucks.
They know all their crap. They know all their plays, their moves, the Butler pump fakes and the dish outs. They're on that stuff.
What if they get Hero back? Could that change things?
Well, we'll see how he shoots.
All I'm saying is
I
you're looking
love-
at this team on paper, and the teams on paper, the Bucks should have taken
No,
care of the Heat
did
easy.
you use your
No, I'm
eyes
lo-
last
not
night?
on
Watch
paper.
the
I'm
game,
looking
the game
with my
last
eyeballs.
night. Yes,
Different.
Steve,
And here's the
100%.
problem.
Watch that
Here's the
game, right,
problem.
Butch?
Yeah.
The Heat, 3 teams they beat. Milwaukee relied way too much on threes. They don't have Giannis, but way too much on threes. Boston,
Right.
horrible offense at times.
Right.
Like just horrendous. Bad shots, relied on threes way too much. The Knicks series, I thought the Knicks played them really tough, but again, not enough there with New York.
It's a weak Knicks
Okay.
team.
Yeah, it is. Then you look at Denver last night. They don't rely on threes. They shoot open threes, but they're playing the way that Miami wants to play. All Eastern Conference, every game from the beginning to the Bucks and all the way to the Knicks to the Boston series. Miami got those 3 teams to play the way that Miami wanted to play. Last night, Denver got Miami to play the way that Denver wants to play.
That's it. Well, though, and not just that Denver wants to play, Butch. They slowed it down.
Yeah.
Miami likes it slowed down. If Miami played a game last night the way they like to play it, and they were still handled because
Right,
the
correct.
Nuggets like to play it that way too, their
Right.
conflicting style of play is not conflicting anymore. It's not hurting the Nuggets at all. They were perfectly
Absolutely.
comfortable at that pace last night. That's not what the Bucks like to do. That's not what the Celtics like to do.
That I'll agree with.
I-
Nuggets
Yeah,
are
they
more
would've been
equipped for
better
a
off,
half-court
like the
game
Heat.
than anybody else.
I
The
agree.
Heat would have been better off if the Lakers would have won because style of play, the Lakers wanted to play faster than Denver.
Right,
Denver slows this
right.
thing down and plays the way that Miami wants to, and then Denver has better players.
But I love how Denver can play fearlessly without playing recklessly. Like, for example, I had to text Butchie late at night about a play. It was close. They'd gotten to like 10. They get an open court poke away turnover. Murray has it. He goes behind the back with like a hop step slip away of a defender, which was slick. And then he looks at the Porter on the wing. Porter drives and then dumps this little baby gentle mini bounce pass to Jokic, who just lays it in. I was like, damn, that's a basketball play right there.
And that's what they do.
Showtime.
That's what they do.
It's great when it works, too. It's,
The big
Doesn't always
question is,
work.
Right.
the big
Right.
question
Doesn't
is,
always
Butchie-
work, but I'm just saying, yeah.
Butchie, the big question is, will the heat and humidity of Miami affect Denver the way that the altitude is affecting
same
the
way it
heat
did with
right
the
now?
Knicks. Here we go. Exactly.
Will the heat and humidity affect Butchie today? Rather hungover from his event last night, sitting outside in the sun and the heat for 3 hours with you guys. What a bad draw for you, Butchie, that you were at a function last night and had a few, and now you're doing an outdoor show. How'd that happen?
No, it's glorious. Give me
It's
the heat, dude.
glorious.
This is like sitting in a sauna. I'm all for it. I really am. I'm looking out at
Coon,
you
look-
right now.
Pedialyte and Mambas. You're
Coon-
fine.
And look how bright it is where
I
Butchie
know.
is. Think about being hungover in that harsh light.
Can't they get you an umbrella or something?
Find some
I don't
shade,
need no
my man.
stinking
Butchie's
umbrella.
gonna
There's
drop
something called
out.
sweat equity.
Where's your sunglasses?
I don't
You
need no stinking
sunglass, bro?
sunglasses. No.
Butchie said it's
wow.
like sitting in the sauna, but when you're hungover and sitting in the sauna, you're only sitting there for 10, 15 minutes at most. Butchie's going to be dropping out hour number 2.
I better
Unless
get,
Yeah,
And
well,
when you're sitting in the
sleeping at that
sauna, Coon, you're not talking or having to listen and do
Yeah, you
anything.
just sit with
You're
your
just
head down.
I better get ready to go a little longer hour at 3 on my takes.
Yeah, right. So everyone get ready for a treat.
At least they're finally
By the
honoring
way-
Butchie, though. Like, it was one of the legends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Takes
I
Oh.
takes
I
like
think I
that.
was
Look
the last
forward
guy.
to hour number 3.
Oh,
Then
hour
here
number
we
3 is
go.
going to be rocking today.
All this guy
we
talks
didn't-
about is how I don't cape up for him and I cape up for John. I'm trying
Armin-
to talk about him being a legend. And
We-
I
Yeah,
got
I
no-
don't think
hold
gotta
on, hold
be
on.
here.
Does a great
Yeah, but
job.
I
Real
mean,
quick question, though, Armin.
yeah,
That walk home from the Admirals last night,
let me tell
or
you
the
something.
walk back to your car.
Let me tell you, I feel bad for sports fans because they will never feel the glow. The glow you feel when you're walking out of a game when your team wins big. You know what I'm talking about? The glow. Every sports fan knows that feeling.
Why'd you say you feel bad for him?
I feel bad for people that are
Huge
not
Admirals
sports
win
fans.
tonight at the arena. What an atmosphere. What a game. What an effort by these boys. We're tied at 2. Folks, you got to get to the arena Saturday night. This is not the time to sit on your hands.
No.
Tell your friends, tell your brother, tell your postman.
Tell your
It's going to be the
postman.
last home game of the series, Saturday night.
Tell your
Why-
Amazon
Why-
driver.
why-
Tell your delivery.
Tell them all.
Tell your pizza delivery
So,
service.
Tell them all.
Look, I
meant to say
already
I
told Zabe.
I meant to say I feel bad for non-sports
Tell your
fans.
Uncle Phil.
I told-
Tell them all.
I told Zabe I got to go home right
Phil.
after the show to stand by my mailbox. Make sure
Tell
when my
your
mailman
folks
comes
how my
by, I can say, "Hey, don't sit on
I
your hands.
said-
We got game 5 on Saturday."
What's so
okay?
funny? What's so funny about
Armin,
postman?
do you even know your postman?
I don't know him. I don't know him personally.
Okay, so how you gonna
Have you
tell
ever met him?
That's
or
the
her?
point. That's the point. It's a new person you might not know that you can say, "Hey, get to the Admirals game Saturday night. It's going to be a great game. It's going to be a great
If you
game.
tell people to do that and don't do it yourself, what does that make you?
I'm going to be at the game. I'm going to the game. I'm going to
Are
be.
you going to tell your postman?
Oh yes. I'll, if I get home in time, by the time my mail comes, I will wait and
I
tell
don't want
him.
an
Can we get
excuse.
video of this
If I'm
interaction?
supposed to tell my postman, you better find a way to tell your
Better.
postman.
You better
I
tell your
work here during the day. If I don't, but the mail,
Well,
Well, how you gonna
figure
tell
it
your
out.
postman?
the mail comes when I'm at work. All right.
You can't tell people to tell their postman if you're not going to tell your own postman.
I'll leave a note. I'll leave a note. Is that enough? Let me tell you guys something.
Tell your Uber driver. Tell your waitress. Tell them all.
Tell everybody we get to the arena Saturday night. A, it's great hockey. B, it's going to be electric. The series is 2-2. C, we got something for Coachella after their cheap shot at the
love
end of
it.
the game.
We
We
got
got
something
something for them.
And
We got
D,
some-
we got
I want-
postman.
It was a cheap shot.
I want to.
That was a cheap
I wanna
shot by Coachella on
I
Kemmel.
want Josh to stand in front of his mailbox and intercept his own postman. Record the interaction as he tries to sell him on a hockey game tomorrow night.
Guys, it was
Calder
awesome.
Cup
It was
playoffs,
awesome
Field of
last night.
Favor.
Without having like
The-
tickets to give him or anything. I'm just
Yeah,
going to
no,
say,
right.
I'm just going to tell
Yeah,
him,
give
I'm
him a
going to say, hey,
website.
my buddy
Yeah.
Armin, who I'm sure you know, wanted me to tell you, don't sit on your hands. Make sure you come to game 5 of the Admirals series at UWM Panther Arena on Saturday.
Yeah,
Okay?
you're
And he
funny,
looks at
Josh.
you and
Are
says,
you
"Oh
going?
yeah, Armin met him at a dive."
Yeah, he'll be like, Armin,
Oh, beer.
of course. Yeah, I'll be there. All right, have a good one.
I had half the. I went to the dive bar before I had half the place going to the game that night. I had him going that night. MilwaukeeAdmirals.com.
Armin, you're doing a great job, but we do love teasing you every now and
Oh,
then.
I don't
Mr.
mind.
Postman.
Listen, the Postman
$5
thing.
for anyone who can name $5 for anyone who can name the group here that sang this song, Mr. Postman, 1961.
Is it the Vandellas?
The
some-
Marvelettes.
Bee Gees.
The Marvelettes.
Well, I was close. I said Vandellas.
You looked it up. You didn't know.
I
that,
played
you
this in
son
the
of a
first
bitch.
hour of the show.
Well, I'm playing it now, so there you go.
You still owe me
Go
$5.
to the game, please, Mr. Postman.
Go to the game, please, Mr. Postman.
Don't
Milwaukee-
sit on your
root for
hands
the
and go to
team.
the game.
Please,
Milwaukee,
Mr. Postman, why?
Milwaukee Admirals game.
All right.
We're so good.
Boys,
I was
tag
ready
your
to-
it.
I was ready
Who
to jump
sits
on
on
the
their
ice.
hands, anyways? I mean, that would
People that don't go to the Admirals game on Saturday.
Oh, okay. That's it.
Well, people are like, I want to go to the game, but I can't get off my hands right now. God, I'm sitting on them
There's
so
there's a,
fat.
there's a
Nah,
different
there's
answer
people
to your
that sit on
question.
their hands. They're
Yeah, there's a different answer to that
Sit on
question,
my
but
hand
we're not
right
going to
they're
go
more
there.
like
All right.
Does
Not
nothing
into
for
his
me. It does
matches.
absolutely nothing for me to sit
You know,
on.
they're all strangers.
All right.
So
Thanks, Josh. Have a good weekend. Enjoy that bowl of chili. We'll see everyone on Monday.
They're playing hard, guys. Go to the game.
Wait a minute, wait a minute.